Have you been thinking about the change in the weather? A little too cold to see the sunshine. If everyone thought the same, we'd be in the land of never. It's not the same at the end of the lifeline. Have you been thinking about the why or the weather? Spirit is singing like a siren in the sun. Wind is howling into the waves that took us under. Falling around and bringing up blisters by the ton. Driving home, pulling the cable. Start to sink, you know it's quiet under the table. High, high, high. It holds under the bubble. Bring me closer to the fire on the double. Everyone has to face the storm in the winter. The hounds are howling in the frenzy and the fray. The gales are coming and it's time to mend the tiller. Better get going before the road dissolves to grey. It holds, pulling the cable. Stand to safe, you know it's quiet under the table. Rolls around, floating over the flaming wheat fields. Pound for pound, they whisper messages on the run. Reeling, feel to shine, but what's to follow? All hands as we sail into tomorrow. It holds into the trouble. Bring me closer to the fire on the double. It holds, fly the colors. It's never too late to turn your way out of the buzz.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Center Stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tuesday night, and it's Gino's spot again, 6:30 every single Tuesday, relentlessly. I'll be in your lounge every single Tuesday. If the best place to watch Gino's spot, as you know, is on YouTube. So if you are watching from Facebook as well, just check it out on YouTube, Gino's spot on YouTube, and you can subscribe to that and then get notified every time we have it on. And we always have some interesting guest from PE and surrounds, whether it be East London, whether it be Queenstown and Utrecht Dispatch, wherever it is, we have some interesting person from the area so that you can get to know the people that live around you. That's right. Yeah, in Nelson Mandela Bay, and also from East London and St. Francis, wherever we get interesting people. We've got people all over this lovely Eastern Cape of ours that we can find out what they do, what makes them tick. And that's what we're doing tonight with Menno Alting. Menno will be joining us in a little while, but we have, yes, there's been some news. I mean, this weather this week has been hectic since a storm surge. I don't know what it is, but we will find out very shortly from our weather guru what is actually going on and what is going to be happening in the next little while as well. But a bit of forecasting so that you can know what to do and what we can expect from our weather in the next little while. And I want to find out about the drought. Maybe at least one thing will happen, that the drought will be or our restrictions will be lifted, because the drought will be broken. We hope. So we're going to find out about that. Thank you, of course, to our sponsors. Our sponsors have been amazing over the last 3 years that we've been doing this Gino spot, and Gino spot has honestly it's become this is really cool get together for people of the Eastern Cape. And Spa has been there the whole way with us Spa, as well as over here, Emerbia, our internet provider, always been there for us as well. But specifically Spa have been absolutely amazing with their support, local support. So we're very thankful to them. And then just recently we have, check it out. I'm pointing Fitch and Leeds and Sovereign. Fitch and Leeds and Sovereign. Fitch and Leeds, of course, have been there since right at the beginning as well. Gary DeBrain and the teams helping out with Gino Spot, and also now Sovereign Chicken and Sovereign Foods. Amazing bunch of people, Eastern Cape based, of course, on the Rocklands. They used to be the Rocklands chicken guys, and they are local guys supporting local shows like Gino Spot. So thank you to all of our sponsors. Right, we're going to get right into this now tonight, because we've got quite a few things to get through. Firstly, Brendan Kelly has been on the blower to me, saying that there's lots happening with the with the motoring news as well. I don't know what they're doing in the wet, or what's happening here at the moment, and I hopefully can fill us in as well, because I don't know how much racing is going on at Scribante at this present moment. But I'm going to, first of all, let's have a look and see what Motormouth has to say about our motorsport in and around Nelson Mandela Bay.
Hello, everybody, and Gino, thanks very much for the opportunity to inform everybody what's happening in motorsport circles for the next couple of weeks. Friday, the 29th of September, there's a Friday night drags that happens out at Aldous Scribante on the main drag strip. Then EP Veteran Car Club, there's a classic Japanese vehicle display happening at their premises in Cunningham Street, free entrance to the public, absolute hidden gem. Caters for all age groups, and Anel from Rooted Foods is the on-site caterer there, so definitely well worth a visit on a Friday evening to the EP Veteran Car Club. Saturday, the 30th of September, Algoa Rally Club will be having their next round of their regional championships, and that will be the Triple L Plant Paardepoort Rally that takes place on the R75 at the Daniel Cheetah Project alongside Mayochi Voltstal, heading into the Wolvertane area. So lots of 4 stages of dirt action happening out that way. We've got regional karting, the next round of their regional championships happening at Algoa Kart and Motorcycle Club along Victoria Drive. And then Border Motorsport Club, they host the next round of their regional race day at the East London Grand Prix circuit. Straight into October we go. The 1st of October, there is a spinning out at Aldous Scribante, the main spinning arena out there. Then the 6th and 7th of October, the action moves back to the East London Grand Prix circuit, GP Super Cup Grand Finale. I believe there are close to 60 cars already on the entry list for the Grand Finale that's happening at the East London Grand Prix circuit. On the 7th of October, we've got EP and regional time drag racing. That's round 5 of their championships out at Aldous Scribante on the main drag strip, as well as dirt oval racing that happens at Victory Raceway, the next round of their championship that is at the track on Victoria Drive. On the 14th of October, Ferrari Day out at Aldous Scribante Raceway. Barry Kapelis and Ian Riddle are they the main behind organising this one, and certainly will be a highlight. I believe 30 to 40 Ferraris will be on view, and come out there and have a ride around the circuit in an absolute classic Ferrari. 21st of October, it is the next round of the Aldous Scribante, the Algoa Motorsport Club Championship out at Aldous Scribante, catering for modified saloons, coastal challenge cars, motorcycles. That all happens on the 21st of October, as well as dirt oval racing at PEOTR. And this is going to be a big one. The Hot Rod Sprint for Money Challenge, 25,000 Rand up for grabs in the Hot Rod class. So that will certainly be a big one. The weather's starting to warm up a bit, so come and sit alongside the track, have a braai, and enjoy non-stop dirt oval racing out at PEOTR. On the next weekend then, 27th of October, EP Veteran Car Club will have another display. The Friday night will be a Jaguar display this time around. And there's also Friday night drags happening once again out at Aldous Scribante on the main strip. We close the month off with another round of go-kart racing at the Algoa Kart Club on Victoria Drive, as well as spinning at Aldous Scribante, the spinning arena. That's on the 28th of October. For all information, you can follow us on the Motormouth Facebook page, hit the like button, and stay up to date with what's happening. From me, Brendan Kelly, That's goodbye until next time.
Brendan Kelly, that was fantastic. I was quite interested in this the spinning story. I don't know that, and the little carts at Chelsea Scribante. That sounds like good fun as well. And I know the Victory Raceway is always going. I can hear it from here in Walmart. Oh, the big V8s and things going on. It's crazy. So good to know what's happening there. You did say the weather's going to warm up. Well, we don't know. We're going to find out very soon from Garth Sampson, our weather guru. And let's bring on the weather. I was like, those little Buddhas. Welcome, Garth Sampson. I'm very pleased to see that you've got a beautiful camera now. It's making you look crystal clear.
And 10 years younger, but you're lovely. I love it. I love that song. I love it. I want to copy. I love it.
It's a winner.
I love it. Isn't it original?
Yes, that's the original song. The first song that we do, the intro. That's my new song that's going to still be released. So everybody that listens to the show has a secret listening to it every time. I'm constantly working on it. Constantly working it. Lekker, Garth. But tell us what's happening, Garth. You've sent us a whole lot of videos and things. There's been stuff. The internet has been just full of videos of all sorts of water happenings. Tell us what the story is.
Well, as you know, I've been the prophet of doom and gloom and
yes,
use water sparingly, blah 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 blah, for the last couple of years, and I've always said it's going to come sometime, and I've always said the magical word was we have to have rainfall of 50 millimeters and above in 24 hours. And lo and behold, you must have been brain dead if you didn't get the warnings this weekend about the Hubertina area having a level 9 warning. And yes, they got it. The entire Langkloof got roughly 100 millimeters.
Wow.
That's
in 24 hours?
In 24 hours.
Wow.
That is pure runoff. The videos that the people are sending me, oh, it's beautiful. I just want to climb in my car and go right down there now. My wife is begging me, let's go.
It's a nice trip out.
Yes. The videos I've got are absolutely beautiful. I've never seen the Langkloof like that for ages. If we go, my little gauging station is at Assegaibos, which is just before Koreano, and that river, Slowwater Bridge, is overflowing like mad. So that water's all running to the Churchill Dam. Up in the mountains, there's videos at Stiermanskraal, which is the gauging station. That water is constantly rising, and that's on the way to the Koga Dam. So the good news is we're looking at the Churchill at the moment. All the dams within the last 24 hours have risen by at least 1%. So,
in 24 hours.
And yes, and that's before the rain actually really hit us. So remember that water takes 2, 3, 4 days before it hits the dams. At this afternoon, the Churchill was standing at 77. Impolfo was standing at 19. Koga was standing at 62. And I heard a little post from Renette Koleski of Gamtu's Irrigation Board. She said she's expecting at least a 6 to 7% rise in dam levels. And I would not be surprised if the Churchill doesn't overtop by the weekend. And when the Churchill overtops, it runs into the Impolfo. Although the Impolfo's got a small catchment. So it is absolutely wonderful.
I mean, when was that picture that you took of yourself at the bottom of Churchill, where you were on dry ground? The mayor as
That's
well.
a-
Udendal was there doing the same thing.
Yeah, that was the bottom of the Ipolfo Dam. That was when it
Ipolfo.
was less than zero.
Wow.
So I wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
stand there now. I'd like to go
Yeah.
in a little rowboat there now.
Yes. And which one is the biggest dam? Is that in Ipolfo?
The Ipolfo and the Koga are very close.
Which is it's close in size. So those are the dams you've got to watch. You say one is 19%. Only 19.
Yes, that is the Ipolfo, because the Churchill has to overflow to get to the Ipolfo Dam, because the Ipolfo's got a very, very small catchment. But with the amount of rain now, I'm quite confident that this is going to happen, that we are going to get water in all these dams. I'm quite sure it's been branded around that it could be 3-4 days and we could see a very marked increase in all the dams.
It's good news. That is very good news. I know Gary's got he hasn't got the videos really yet there, but there are some visuals and stuff coming as well, which is everybody's sending stuff. You must be like batting stuff off. It must be like a constant rain of videos and things coming to you.
Yes, you got to try and keep everybody happy. Try to answer everybody that sends something is vitally important, and you can't leave them out, and you've got to answer them. It becomes a full-time job. Then you got the media.
Tell me now that this is it one of these cut-off low stories that was like the 1968 floods? What is happening in the weather, sort of the bigger picture that's causing all this as well?
Basically, I got my old meteorological books out last night, and yes, and it was the synoptic charts looked exactly like they teach you. Dr. Van Heerden wrote there in 1979, and it is basically a black southeaster, which happened in 68, and always you got the banana-shaped high pressure system south of the country, which is blocking the low. You got the upper air cutoff low, and then when that moves through, the low comes in behind it. Bit of the opposite of what usually happens. And it's quite strange. It always happens August, September, October.
Okay. It's always in the same position.
Yes.
I think Gary's ready with some of the visuals. Let's have a quick squiz, Gary. Let's bring up some of these things and see. I don't know. I'm not sure where these things are coming from. Hopefully, you can shed some light. Where is that?
This is at Okisoki in the middle of the Koga Mountains, just north of Asagaibos. This is all going to the Koga Dam.
All right. Let's see what else he's got here. I don't know if it's going through. He's got a. I know there was quite a few videos that came through. When with the storm surge as well, it's been the sea coming in as well. You don't know whether it's river water or sea water coming.
Yeah, that's very similar. That's very similar to the 2008 event.
Okay.
This is a similar video of the same place. That's the hockey over there. That's paradise. Paradise. My wife would love to climb in the car and spend the night there today.
All right. Is that a beautiful place? So also Krakeel, eh?
No, that's the Koga.
Asagaibos. Oh, is that Koga?
That's right.
Okay. Koga. Okay.
Yeah. And the big question is the drought broken? But remember, we get a meteorological drought, a hydrological drought, and an agricultural drought. Yes. The meteorological drought is definitely broken.
Okay.
But now remember, the hydrological drought is very influenced on water availability.
Okay.
So that's the amount of people. So pretty obviously, with the amount of water we've got now, in 1925, it would have been broken. Now there's more people. I always say we should never ever lift restrictions because there are just so many people. But they will
Yes,
lift
yes.
them sooner or later. My
Yeah.
take on the matter is we're moving into a dry season. According to Department of Water Affairs, they will not consider lifting restrictions until the total level is 65%. Now, pretty obviously, if we hit, say, 70%, now I don't think they're going to lift. But if we hit 70% March next year or April, moving into the rainy season, I think they would have considered lifting. So even if we get quite a high figure now, we must remember we are moving into a dry period.
Yeah. Okay, so you got it, because I mean, it's a storage. That's the thing, I suppose. Yes, some more here.
Definitely.
By Stuurmanskraal.
Stuurmanskraal, was hy.
Julle weet hoe dit hier gewoonlik lyk. Hier gaat nou water af.
That's the gauging station. That is all the way to Kuchen. That is the most beautiful sight one can see. I haven't seen it like that ever.
All run off.
All the way to the Koger Dam. That is on the way to the Koger Dam.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And I said, Steelman must be named after Chief David Steelman.
Could be, I don't.
Yeah, must be for sure. He escaped. He escaped from the colonists a couple of times. He was like you sent him to Robben Island and he escaped twice from Robben Island. Can you believe it?
Yes.
How do you do that in the first place? Good old David Steelman. I think it deserves an airport named after him. There we go. Wow.
This one, the people are branding this as potency. I really don't think this is potency. This is more in the Koger River between Hubertina and Carrera.
What is that
because
tent thing there? Jeez,
that is shade cloth. They use that for berries. That is berry shade cloth.
I hope that they picked those berries before they got there. Jeez, like
Definitely.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That is so hectic. Yeah, he's got a couple.
There's hundreds and thousands of them. I'm trying to post as many on my page as possible.
Yes, it's called the Weather Guru page. Yeah, that's right. So if the guys want to follow you on Facebook, look for the Weather Guru,
right.
And they can follow all of that. Yeah, there's some more rivers there.
Wow, this is in between Carrera and Hubertina. This is next to the road. You never see this. You only see a little stream here, and this is all the way to the Churchill Dam. All the way to the Churchill. Beautiful. It's
okay, good.
Difference.
And once that Churchill overflows, that's when it really starts to fill up the bigger dams.
Well, just the one big dam, the Impofo Dam. I somehow think that we could see some surprises on the Koger Dam if I look about the amount of water that's running through the river in the upper reaches.
Yeah. Well, what about the next few days weather-wise, Garth?
Well, as I said, we're moving into the summer months, and it's quite amazing. The seasonal forecast said we can have above normal spring rainfall, and if you work it out, if you work it out, those seasonal forecasts work on a 3-month cycle. So spot on. It hit it nail on the head.
Right.
But now it says we move into the summer months. We're going to have a below average rainfall, and the summer is a dry period. So that is not good. Okay, this is at, my wife's going to kill me. I'm sure it's Krakiel, this one.
Yeah.
Yes, it's Krakiel. Wow. We actually rode up this road to deliver a rain gauge. And I think it's a bit further on in the video. These are the pack houses at Krakiel. There is no river there. So
is that citrus in there?
No. They peaches and apples and apricots. This is not actually a river, by the way. This is not a river.
What is that? The road?
That's the road next to the river. So
Oh,
that's
my soul.
so that's still got to go to the river. So it's looking
Yes.
absolutely. That's why I say this is
Yep.
so promising for everybody, for the farmers, for us, for everybody. So, but we must try and flatten that curve. Still be conservative in our outlook with water.
Yeah.
And
There's some
this
more.
one is in the upper reaches of the Koga.
Okay.
So it's all,
it's
most of it is
oh,
going to the Koga River.
all right.
Or Koga
Man,
Dam,
that
put it
is
that way.
that is hectic. Well, I think that's all of his videos there. But and anything else you can give to us, God? What's the weather like going to be tomorrow at about 5 o'clock in the morning when I want to go and ride my bicycle?
You should be in bed at 5 o'clock in the morning. No. It's still going to be cloudy and cool the next couple of days. But
All right.
when we hit towards Friday, it's going to be those Bergwind conditions again.
Oh,
Summer is going to be 27 in full blow. The next week or so, not much rain around.
Yes.
So hopefully all this bad weather is a little bit behind us.
Okay, all right. And but the rain will still be flowing off into the dams and helping us to hopefully lift those restrictions. Fantastic.
Yes, we should see figures by about Friday looking very, very promising. And we got to tag Darren Mania.
Yes, I'm sure we can.
He said there is something that he would never hear, and that is the weather guru saying we have had good falls in the Langkloof.
Excellent. I see there a couple of comments. I'm not sure if there's comments there for us there. But I just wanted to check if there were any about the weather as well. There we go. Even if we have enough water restrictions, they must never be lifted, because possibly just ease the restrictions, because we must always harvest. That says Wendy. Good advice. And I see Elmary's agreeing with her there as well, for sure. and I see Elmary's ready to go there. She says, I'm packed and brought klaar. Oh, my word. Okay, but thank you, Garth Sampson. Been fantastic. The Weather Guru, having you online again, telling us what's going on. It's always a good resource. Make sure that the guys click your page as well.
And thanks for my song.
and your sponsors as well.
Yes, a shout out to Gino overall. Always good support in my page. And Chris from Eco Tags. They really stand behind the Weather Guru all the way. And it helps me get the information out to the public.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Garth. Thanks for coming on your time. I appreciate it very much. We'll see you at the next. We'll see you at the next checking session. The fact that stuff's being washed away, I suppose that's not great, but let's hope the damage is not too bad. Certainly the wind has been up as well, and good to have Garth on again to help us to check what's going to be happening in the near future as well. All right, it is time, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce our guest. He's beekeeper, he's tree feller, he's good, just all sorts of things. We're going to find out right now what makes Menno Alting tick. So let's get our guest on with the intro to the tick.
Ooh, welcome to the show. Now it's your time to shine. We're gonna have a chat tonight. Another good time.
And we are in. Menno, lovely to have you in there. Cheers. We'll cheers you. You well.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you for
Good.
having me.
It's a pleasure, man. I know I've been wanting to do it for ages, but and I know that it would have to be one-on-one like this, because I don't know. I don't know if you're a person who likes to do speeches and stuff.
I'm definitely a one-on-one person.
Yeah, you're more one-on-one.
10 to 1, and I'm not.
You're not there. Yeah,
one-on-one. Yeah.
Because I always said, speaking to Menno, you phone Menno up because your tree's fallen down in your yard or it's on top of your house or something. And you literally get your business done in about 30 seconds because it's just yes and no answers.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Life is simple. Yeah.
It is. It is. But Menno, fantastic, like I said, to have you. And I've always known you because of the tree felling, obviously. But we were at school together. We were at VP.
Yeah.
80. When was your matric year?
85. Yeah.
85 matric year. And our VP old boys, we in here. Fires is also one.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, we've had a couple of you, and Martin Neft, I think was the other.
That's right. Yeah.
Also a VP old boys. So good to keep the alma mater going a little bit here as well. And I've known you since then, but then you got into obviously the tree felling and stuff, but you were always into bees as well.
Yeah, started off with bees.
And you're born in PE, eh? You're like you were born in PE.
Yeah.
Okay, so
provincial hospital.
Yeah, Sanford.
Yeah, that's the one.
And so at school, obviously VP junior school was it?
Charlotte.
Okay, Charlotte Primary.
I was the first person at Charlotte when the school opened. I was in Sept.
No way.
There was like 3 or 4 of us there.
Oh, so the first one of the founders of Charlotte Primary. There we go. Exactly, the first couple of kids there. And obviously at VB, you said you actually got into your beekeeping when you were still at school.
Yeah, at school. Yeah, then it started off my brother and myself, JJ. Then, he was still then known as Jan Joop.
Jan Joop.
That's the man.
Good. Yeah, this is the whole thing as well. Let's just get that out of the way. It's Nederlands. Nederland.
Yeah.
Your father was it Piet?
Piet.
Yeah.
And Minneke was my mother.
Minneke.
Yeah.
This is a great name for Nederlanders. Minneke.
Yeah.
Jeez, like, and your dad had the like a panel beaters, so not panels or spray painting.
Panel beating and spray painting.
Spray painting. Yeah. Peter Alting.
Fix it first before you spray it.
Pete Alting, he was there in where was the thing?
First Avenue woman. Yeah.
First Avenue woman.
Now it's the First Avenue funeral parlor.
Oh, it's the same place there.
So it was a body shop. It's still a body shop.
I like that. Okay, so your dad always been involved with it. Did you guys used to chuck in there all the time as well?
Yeah. And from when I was born.
Okay.
When I worked for him then for a couple of years, or for a year and a half, as a panel beater. So I'm a qualified panel beater.
Oh, is it?
But not by my dad. And then I went to go work with my brother and then qualified as a panel beater.
Oh, right.
So,
okay, because your brother sort of took it over, I think.
Yeah. Oh, he started his own panel beating business.
Okay, Peters.
Yeah.
Peters panel beaters. That's the one. Yeah.
But your father-in-law used to...
Yes. Johnny Molyneux used to, my father-in-law used to stay here in this building here. We stayed right where we are now. This was his posse. Okay. And he used to have the little bubble car and the Oryx.
Blue one.
Yeah. The three-wheeler. Which
same color as this one.
Yes, it was very similar to my water outfit, the bubble car and of course the Oryx 7, which was his pride and joy. And he was always bumping the bloody things. So he was always, I'm going to Peter, get sorted out. So he knew the Altings well. Yeah. And obviously, how many brothers and sisters?
We had 2 brothers and a sister. Yeah.
2 brothers and sisters. Okay.
Sisters in Cape Town.
Okay. Is she? What does she do?
She's an occupational therapist.
Oh.
Now she's mainly community work in Cape Town, like helping in the communities, being the occupational therapist and helping teachers that deal with
kids. With kids. It's OTs. OTs is a popular thing these days. I mean, Philippa will be listening because she's into that as well.
Of course.
She, my dear wife, is into all that. I've just seen there's a whole lot of comments coming on here. Let's just say hello here. See who's online with us. Elmarie, so let's talk bees. She says, I'm dying to talk about the bees. So we're going to get there as well. Bimbo.
From Nigeria.
From Lagos.
Yeah.
You know some Nigerians in Lagos.
I went to Granny's 95th birthday last year.
Oh.
In Lagos.
Really?
Bimbo.
Nice to see you there, Bimbo. And Sonette.
I'm going to introduce you to her. She wants to come and talk to you about all
Shows.
YouTube works, yeah. And
Oh, the YouTube. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Anytime, Sinet,
yeah.
you can pull in anytime. We can chat. And I see, there's Sinet. Who remembers the bubble cars? Yes, I know. They were so popular in the 1950s and 60s. Those micro cars, and it's got to come back as well.
Yeah.
At some stage, especially with electric vehicles.
Somewhere.
And old Johnny Molyneux was really ahead of his time. I mean, in the 70s, he actually made a battery for that thing. He got a battery for that thing, and he ran it electric motor at that time.
Yeah.
He just didn't have. It was the technology just wasn't there yet.
Yeah. Okay.
But he had that thing working on a battery. I see Robbie Jones, also another VP old boy.
Yeah. Rob.
Dutch.
Fishing well, yeah.
You call it Dutch?
Yeah, not Dutch if you're not Dutch.
Is it? From the Nederlanders. Robbie Jones, of course, old VP.
Russell Parker. Soccer, Russell, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Top soccer player as well, because you were good at sport. I remember you playing rugby at first team rugby.
Yeah.
And soccer too.
Yeah.
You enjoyed that soccer?
Soccer was after school. Because my schoolwork wasn't too hot. So my parents...
Were you a bit ADD? Were you a bit... I mean, you must have been okay. I mean, you were a prefect in matric.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have chose you if you're going to fail there, because they had to get them out.
That was close.
Was it a close one? Oh, my word. I mean, schoolwork just generally was it because you just didn't enjoy the work, or you didn't? Your OT sister not helping.
Sports and playing after school or whatever.
Sports. Was that your?
I enjoyed my rugby.
Yeah.
We all did. So,
yes.
What sport did you play? What did you
play? I played a bit of rugby, but I was never big enough. You know, it ran over me like a flippin' Jonah Lomu ran over Michael Catt.
Yeah.
I was Michael Catt of rugby. Russell Parker, so talk about your time at Westview. So Westview, you play for Westview.
So then after school, so now after school, then I'm too small to play rugby with the club guys,
Blues and whatever those guys.
So then I started playing soccer.
At
Westview in First Avenue in Newton Park.
Yes.
Yeah, for 3-4 years, 5 years, and
all right.
Because coached for 1 year, the third side.
Coached as well, nogal. Is that where you met Keith Clark?
No,
not to the side.
No, he's family. Yeah.
Oh, is he family? Is he family?
No,
on your wife's side?
In the long way. Aangenaide familie.
Aangenaide familie. Yes, so when you got Keith Clark, I'm sure Keith Clark.
It's not.
He's related to everybody.
Best friend is
the
sister-in-law. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Out at Sherwood Garden Centre. She's a lovely lady.
Yeah.
And a really nice. I mean, it's been going for ages there. I saw a thing pop up there. What is it, Pascal?
Hey,
Pascal
from Germany.
From Germany aus. Absolutely. There we go. Lots of greetings also from Ulrika.
Also from Germany.
Well, you know all these German people.
I know a lot of German people, yeah.
Do you travel a lot? I mean, is that...
No, they traveled, yeah.
Oh, they've been here.
We met them, yeah. And we got Ulrika's camper van, and we're looking after it for...
Oh, it's still there. You haven't sold it yet. Defray costs.
So
Ulrika, your camper van is still there.
Yeah,
it's still there.
Ready to go to Botswana again.
Oh, wow.
The round trip. Yeah.
They do that.
They do the Southern Africa. Every 2-3 years they come to South Africa.
But now, how do you meet somebody like that? How did you and Ulrika meet?
Daughter came to Woodridge as an exchange student, and then came to stay with us. And then my daughter and Mia, my daughter Mia, and they're friends.
Oh, isn't that amazing?
So Mia has gone to Germany to go check them out.
Fantastic! Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
I just love that. Yeah, those exchange student things were always.
I recommend exchange students.
Yeah.
If you got kids, they must just send them. It's
sure.
Because we also had Australians, 2 Australians just in 2010, and what was it? Just before 2010. Yeah. Then we were supposed to get 1 exchange student from Australia, but then we got 2. So that's with my older daughter, Katie.
All right.
So one girl was supposed to go with us, and the other girl to another house, but then that other family said no, they can't take us. And then he said, okay, we'll take them both.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, so, I mean, I know Hayley's really
So Hayley's very,
she's out there. She likes people.
Yeah.
She's a people person.
Yeah,
Right?
that's right.
Yeah.
So we took him around the Eastern Cape, and then it was Katie's turn to go to Australia. And now those two families then had a competition who could give my daughter the best time. So they treated her. So the one even they were in Perth, and then the one flew them up to Sydney. And
Sydney as well. Yeah. What an amazing experience for a young person.
Yeah, like I say, I recommend exchange students, get people from other countries to come stay with you, and then your child will
go there as well. That is great. That is great. I don't know if there's any other messages there, but I mean, I love that the different parts of your life, because I know that you're a very quiet guy, so you don't talk much. You just think up, cuts down trees, but there's all sorts of stuff going on. Your businesses. I mean, how did you get into? Let's start with the bees, because the bees I find fascinating as well, and your knowledge on bees is incredible. You say you started at school. How did you just?
Also remember at snakes.
Snakes as well.
So
crikey.
So we had a big snake pit. The same size as at the Oceanarium.
Oh my word! At your place?
My place in Lorraine. Yeah.
In Lorraine. Okay. So your dad stayed in Lorraine.
Yeah. So we outgrew it. So,
was it a small holding or?
A hectare, 2 hectares.
That's
small.
big.
Yeah,
that's big. Whereabouts in Lorraine?
Loonville Road.
Loonville Road.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's before got built up.
Yeah. So that's when we. We was probably one of the first 20 houses in Lorraine. All those years ago. Yeah.
Jeez, and so Loonville Road,
so it's
snake pit.
Yeah. So it's snake pits, and then we got a couple of bees hives as well.
Yeah.
And then.
But don't you need some sort of license for these snakes, or you just like in those days it was just
those days?
Dig a hole.
Those days. Remember, you go and collect tortoises everywhere. I mean, you don't
get the tortoises now.
Yeah, because when we were youngsters, we took them all.
I know. They have been hunted as well. These tortoises.
So we outshot, people not with pellet guns. The kids.
Yeah.
When we all grew up, all the kids had a pellet gun, and everybody just shot them. Now, luckily, that has stopped.
We've got to try and conserve these things.
So it was even like now going to bees with honey badgers. The same thing. 25 years ago, 30 years ago, in the Farmers Weekly and in the bee book, people were offering to pay 500 Rand for a live or dead honey badger. That's what it was 30 years ago. That's what it was like in South Africa.
Holy moly.
So then after that, I've never had a honey badger problem in Port Elizabeth.
I didn't even know you got them in South Africa.
So now
honey badgers. I thought it was like an Australian thing or something.
No, that's proper.
All over.
Yeah.
What are they?
That's a South African, or it's an African thing.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Jeez, okay.
So those, like I said, for 30 years, I didn't have a honey badger problem in around Port Elizabeth or Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
And now every couple of months we're getting honey badger problems.
I mean, there are too many of them.
Yeah. And because nobody's hunting them anymore, and because everybody's protecting them.
Oh, I see.
So 30 years ago, there was a free. You got 500 Rand for
so
dead or alive.
Yes, so they just send them over.
So now
now
they're making a comeback.
And so it's keeping it almost like a hunting thing, keeping it alive.
Yeah.
It's crazy, here we go. A couple of questions for later. There you go, nice. I see you've got some bee questions. He's got a couple of questions for bees. Yeah, we're going to test your knowledge here. So, and the bees themselves, I mean, the honey badgers, then they attack the hives.
Yeah. Okay, so they just break them open. If it's a rotten box, they'll rip it apart. Or if they're not strapped.
Because they're bloody clever little things.
Yeah. No, they are.
And they can get in and out of anything.
Yeah, so I mean, I've had a problem once or twice. I had a honey badger trap. I got Arnold.
Arnold, yes.
You know, Arnold, yeah.
Yeah.
So we put up
a rattle. There we go. It's a rattle. That's what they call now, rattles. All right. I know. Now I can check. Okay. I see Peter's online as well there. It's Carmen. That's yes.
my brother,
There we go. Peter, nice to see you as well. Peter's panel beaters. Fantastic. My father-in-law always take his car there, and Peter was so good to him. There we go. That's he's talking about Johnny there as well. He kept bees. Used to help him spin and bottle the honey with using his own spinner. Yeah, the honey spinner.
Yeah. Oh, by hand still. That's very satisfying as a hobbyist. It's one of the most satisfying hobbies to have, because it's then you get a couple of the hobbyists never sell their honey. They all give it away.
Give it away. I know.
I know. But it's such a nice.
Because everybody wants honey.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, come on, haven't you got a few bottles? But you got like a factory thing going on now, obviously.
Okay. We do a couple of tons.
I mean, a couple of tons. That is so hectic. A couple of tons of honey. And it's like the you started out with just a few hives, and then you just built it up from there. So every time you got another hive, somebody phones you, hey, there's a hive under my stoop or whatever.
Yeah, so it's not a problem to get hives.
Okay.
So if you got 1,000 old hives, empty boxes, you can put them out, and you will catch 800 in a year. So it's definitely a lot of opportunity.
1,800 the following year.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Life still isn't that easy. It doesn't quite work. But that's the idea.
So you pretty much at the maximum you can keep.
No,
there's still got more space. More space.
It goes up and down, but always space. South Africa imports 2,000 tons a year. So we
still. Oh wow.
So we should be producing that.
We should be. So I mean, because surely it would be cheaper to produce it here.
No.
Oh, part of the politics.
The imported stuff is obviously very cheap. So So all the big bottlers, they're not going to buy from me. They're going to buy.
They should buy from you, because they know the quality of the stuff as well. Because tell me about all this. Don't they water it down, and they do funny, put sugar in or something?
Whatever they do.
They import it.
Like say the Chinese stuff. First of all imported honey gets irradiated, so that takes the goodness out anyway.
What does irradiate mean? What does that?
Make sure that there's no germs, so our bees don't get affected.
Oh,
so
okay. So because it could bring disease in. For our bees.
So all countries, if you. So I mean, from Africa it should be fine.
Okay.
And it doesn't. I think it doesn't have to get irradiated, but from
Africa. From China or from
Australia or
is it
Brazil?
Brazil as well.
Argentina.
Okay, so they get from all over, but those have got to be irradiated, and then it's cheaper. And then they're paying half the price. So we've got to get our honey. We've got to get enough of these hives so that we can provide our own.
So the Eastern Cape, I would say, if you buy any honey from the Eastern Cape beekeepers, you won't have a problem. None of us are big bottlers. It's the Joburg, Durban guys that are big bottlers.
So that's going to be
that are importing honey. So
that's going to be the good stuff. I mean, this stuff is non-irradiated then, so it's got all the good things that the healing properties and
the natural.
Because honey,
flower.
It's. I mean, I read so much about honey being healthy and good for healing stuff. Is that right?
That's right. Germs can't survive in it.
Okay.
So
it's like where it's like Savlon.
But better.
Okay, but
more natural.
Yes. No, that's amazing. Okay, well, let's. I want to have a look at a couple of these questions here. See, what must the bottle label say when you want pure honey? Because all these labeling is always specific, eh? What are the rules?
The bottle label say when you want pure honey?
This says pure
Yeah.
raw honey.
Yeah, pure raw honey. Yeah.
It says pure raw honey. It's got to be on. So raw.
So yeah, the things that you have to have label on the label has to be the weight, and then
this one hasn't got a weight because he's put extra in for me.
Yeah. Yeah, then out of a couple of 500 gram sticks.
All right, okay.
And then the
best before.
What else does it have to have? Okay, so who the beekeeper is, then address where it is, and now for some other reason we have to put a best before date on.
Yes, okay. Does it not matter? I mean, this can last
for it will all honey has to crystallize.
Okay.
So 2,000, 3,000 years from now, as long as you have it best before then.
Really? 3,000 years. So it never goes from.
Yeah, crystallizes.
Crystallizes, but it doesn't go from.
Yeah, as long as it's like
together.
Closed in a sealed.
Yeah, sealed. Okay. And once you open it, it starts to crystallize as well, obviously. Okay.
No, the cold crystallizes. So
the cold.
And then you get different types of honey.
Yeah.
Orange blossom takes 3-4 months to crystallize.
Wow.
Blue gum takes 3 or 4 months to crystallize.
Okay.
Canola takes 2 weeks.
That's where the bees are going.
Yeah.
This is where the bees are they're going out there. He says, how many bees are there in a hive, Russell? How do you count? How do you count how many bees?
Russell.
Is he talking? Is he just trying to catch you out?
Yeah. So, but you got the frame, and there's like a brood frame.
Yeah.
And it's like 2,000 on the one side, 2,000 on the other side. With the queen lays in, and there's 10 frames of that. Then that's 20,000 if they all hatch. So boxes. A big box could be a hive could be 40,000 to 80,000.
Wow. Okay. There we go. Neil Hutchin says, I bought 12 bees from Menno the other day. He delivered 13 and said I only ordered 12. He said it's a free bee.
That's my brother-in-law from Cape Town.
Coming there with a good bee joke. Thanks, Neil. But I love the sort of the life story of the bees and how they start. Like we were talking the other day about how they separate and when it gets too full, when the box is full, basically.
Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. While we're on the subject of full box.
Yeah.
And okay, so it's if a hive is full, 40,000, 50,000, there's no more space.
Yeah. For
them to store honey.
Okay.
So now you've got 50,000 unemployed workers.
All right. There's not a problem now.
Those 50,000 workers are going to riot.
Yeah.
If you just bump their hive.
Wow.
Or cut grass in front of them.
They get cross, angry bees. So that's when you get angry bees, if that hive is full, it's too full.
Defensive bees.
Oh, they're defensive. They're not.
They're not angry. They're defensive.
Okay. Yeah. yes. I'll get that. I won't. I'll be woke. I'll be bee woke.
Okay.
Okay.
So, but there's a problem coming out now.
Yeah.
In Port Elizabeth now, we've had like 500 mils of rain over the last 5 months.
Yes.
And the swarms are, because of all the flowers, they're going to be super strong this summer.
Fantastic.
It is, but it's just in Port Elizabeth in summer. There's at least 50 dogs going to get killed every summer.
Wow, your dogs
in back gardens.
Watch out for your dogs in the garden.
Because people got like bees in the roof. They'll be fine for 6 months or 8 months or a year. They'll be fine in the roof, and then suddenly they, like I said, then they're full.
They're full,
and there's no beekeeper to take the honey away. So when beekeepers take honey away, we now giving them employment again.
Okay.
So now they can, those 50,000 workers.
The union is happy then.
Yeah, the union's happy.
Oh my word! So it honestly works, because it's fascinating. Like this hive works as a unit, you know.
Yeah.
So better to remove when you see something, or put it in a box at least that you can get it out. I mean, how do you get the honey out?
Yeah, okay. Let's think about the people now with bees in they don't want to pay to have the bees removed.
Yes, and it's fine.
And like I say, but it's fine. The bees, most of the time, they will be fine.
Yeah.
But there's times when you're not at home and the bees get defensive and the dogs can't get away, and it happens every summer.
I was in Newton to when was it? Yesterday, day before yesterday, and I was riding a stop street and just bees all over the place. Where do these bees come from?
Those are trick swarms.
Yeah.
So they from the 50. Okay, so I have 50,000 bees.
Yeah.
There's full. So now they produce another queen.
Okay.
And she flies off to go with a third of the swarm.
1/3. It's always like that number. She was like a give or take. But I mean, so a third of the swarm goes.
But that swarm that flies like that they got nothing to protect, so they're not going to be stinging anyone. They're fine. Because
that's what you said the other day. There was a swarm at my at my gate, and they just got inside where the doorbell was. So anybody that came to the door was like, God. But you were saying that they're not angry, so they'll fly around you, but they won't go for you.
Yeah, because they got nothing to. There's nothing for them to defend. No queen, no babies, no brood, no honey.
So they have to have something like a home a home to go to, and then they start to protect. Gary says, "What's the mostest times you've been stung?"
I've been stung more than 1,000 times.
Really? Yeah. Oh my soul!
Not so much anymore.
Okay, you know what to do.
Now I delegate.
Just send other people to get stung. I like that. Oh, you new employee.
Yeah.
How many times have you been stung? 3. No, sorry. Off you go. You need another couple.
Yeah. No, but my first 20 years of beekeeping. I mean, getting stung. What's it? 200 times a year. It's not that much.
200 times. And what's the worst place that you've been stung in? Never on there. What are you doing with it in there anyway? in a beehive. I'm just presuming already. What's the most painful place to be stung? Your eye?
Your eyes and lips are sensitive. The nose is sensitive.
Inside.
Yeah, you get water in your eyes.
Oh man, I'm sure. You know, and the poison. I mean, it makes you bloody sore, man. And Camilla's saying bees in some places seem to come back every summer. How do they remove them? How do you remove them? They stay away.
Okay, so I do have so people that's like. So we remove swarms from people.
Okay, yes.
And then if the swarm's been there for a couple of weeks or a couple of months, then you can't get rid of all the propolis, all the wax that's there. So there's always a nice smell for another hive.
They smell it and then they come back.
So with people that get a regular problem, then I'll say to them, I'll just rather put an empty box there and that I use old boxes.
Yes.
And then they'll rather move in there.
Yeah, because it smells nicer.
Yeah. Then,
and then you take those away.
And then we take them. But some I've got at least 100 houses in P with they get up to 10 swarms a year. So like one a month.
And once it's done, once it's been there, then they can smell it there. And they come back.
So it's not we put a few deterrents in, but so they might not go back to that specific spot, but then 5 meters further they'll.
Okay. I mean, the one that we had here, it was in my a whole lot of bees going into my doorbell area there, but they didn't hang around. We put the box up there. They went in the box. But they didn't hang around there. So what was happening there? They just
the weather changed again.
Oh,
so if it's under 18, you don't see much.
Okay, so they go.
So it might be for 2-3 days.
You mean they're still inside the box?
No.
Oh, they went somewhere else.
And then when it was nice weather, I found
another spot.
Your spot wasn't.
I wasn't good enough.
I'm not
sure. G-spot didn't happen. Shame, man. But I mean, what I love about it is that it's like I see it almost like a brain like this hive is like a brain, but it works together. One bee on its own is silly bee, but when they work together, they've got this whole thing. How does it work? I mean, tell me some interesting things about bees, because I know you've got some interesting info of bees. Well, it's interesting stuff that they do. What do you say? Like they act as one thing. They create this queen, and I mean, out of nothing. How do they do? They give it hormones or something. What are they?
So if a queen had to die inside a hive, before they've made another queen, then they can take any one of the eggs. Oh, that's with our Cape Capensis.
Yeah. Okay. So there's different kinds of bees.
Yeah, you get the scutellata, and the African bee is up inland.
Yeah.
So along the coast, we've got the Cape bee.
Okay.
And that is those. Even the workers can lay an egg, and they can take one of those eggs and make it into a queen.
Yeah. Okay. So they can actually produce that queen anytime on demand.
Yeah. So if a queen dies without, then they can.
But I mean, that bee hasn't got a brain. You know, how the hell does it know? Like, oh, the queen's dead. Let's make another one. I don't know. Do they talk to each other?
Yeah, no, they do. I mean, it's just you take the queen. They know there's no queen.
Yeah, but do that. I've seen things on TV where they say that they talk to each other with like the movements or something.
Yeah. So, but that's for like different directions to go get food, or pollen that way, nectar that way. So they know little
GPS.
Yeah.
They give them a GPS.
Yeah.
They move those little bodies around, and they've got some sort of code that they know with. How the hell? Hey, Menno. I mean, I'm sure these oaks that study these bees must have. They're not worked it out and worked out what movements it is.
No,
they
sure the Dutch and the Germans.
Oh, they have a look at these things.
The Israelis are very good with.
Israelis, as well. Okay.
They're very switched on with their beekeeping.
There was a story about the African killer bees or something killing other hives and American bees and stuff.
So that's just our African bee.
Yeah.
That's
upcountry.
Our African bee. Not the Cape Capensis, but the scutellata.
Okay.
They imported. Some professors like trying to experiment, and there's a couple flew away.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay.
But it's not. They're not killer bees. They're defensive bees. They're a lot more defensive than any other bees. So,
I know she always says defensive bees. They're not killer bees. They're defensive bees. Okay.
Yeah.
And
that it is. It is. They're defensive. They're not.
Okay.
They. How can I put it? All animals, for that matter. I mean, there's no animals that really hunt humans.
Yeah.
They all, if they bite you, it's from self-defense.
Yeah.
Snakes,
they're scared,
lions, whatever. They don't go and hunt as such.
Snakes as well. I mean, you've been bitten by snakes too.
Yeah.
Really?
On the school bus.
On the school bus? Oh, you brought it with you, you bastard. It serves you right.
Little red-lipped herald.
Oh,
took it for an oral at school.
Are they poisonous?
2 bee stings, so it's fine.
Oh, is that what it was?
Same poison, yeah. So.
Okay. Because I've had a couple of red-lipped heralds here now coming through.
Yeah.
They're gone.
No, they're fine.
Yeah, they're okay though. Yeah. Mark Marshall, I just send a picture to him, but I can send pictures to you as well now. Send Menno a picture and see if it's dangerous or not.
I think Mark Marshall and Arnold love it.
Yes, bros.
Yeah.
Okay, let's have a look at some of these questions here. Gary's giving me a couple of questions. Your favorite part about the beekeeping? What's your favorite bit?
That it is, like I say, unluckily I'm not spending too much time with my beekeeping as I should do.
Okay. You enjoy the beekeeping. I suppose it's that process of it's sort of like a pet.
Yeah.
That's a swarm.
So it will, when I get to retirement, then I'll definitely spend a lot more time with the bees again and become a proper.
Is that your first love? I mean, it's your best thing to do, the bees, as opposed to the snakes or the flipping whatever else.
Or the trees or whatever.
The trees. Yeah, the trees. Because you know your trees as well. That's the other thing.
I think I do know my bees more, but the trees is a different.
Wait,
You
how
have to
did,
do quotations every
Yeah.
day, and
For sure.
So it takes
Yes.
a lot more of your time. So you
although your
can't-
quotations, I always say, Menno is just coming in, looks around, he's like, yeah, you can't read what he says. He just says, chop down, da, 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 and then it's like an amount.
Take it to a pharmacist, they can read it.
Yeah, pharmacies. So, did you get in that?
Do you know why my writing is so bad?
Why?
Because my spelling's so bad.
Oh, is it? Oh,
Yeah,
so
so
you
my
don't want to,
spelling-
show the spelling.
Yeah.
DRE and bit of
But
dyslexia.
as long as the price is right at the end, then
And that's fine. As long as you got your pricing, yeah, for sure. Okay, while we're on the bee one, I'm going to ask all the bee ones, and then we'll go into the tree filling as well. The process of harvesting.
Yeah.
So when do you get that honey out? When?
Okay, if we had like hives in a permanent spot, in Port Elizabeth, then it's basically once a year you'll get honey from that.
Once a year.
Yeah, you could get up. Now, if you had on a permanent spot and you had 3 supers on,
Supers.
Yeah.
What's that? You're using jargon now.
Okay, so we've got a brood box.
A brood box, like a box, like a big green box like this. It's got things in it.
My green box.
Yes, your green box.
Okay,
Is that a brood box?
Yeah. Okay. Where the queen goes in and she lays all the eggs.
Okay.
And then so we as beekeepers want them to have excess honey, so we put extra boxes on top.
Okay. Oh.
And then you can put a queen excluder, so she can't go through and lay eggs.
A queen excluder, so it's a little like a mesh.
So she's big because she's double the size of the workers.
Oh, so it just needs to be a mesh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Where they can go through and she can't.
Ah, okay. So then they just make the hive gets bigger.
Yeah.
But she can't lay there.
She can't lay there.
Yeah.
So then they fill that up because there's no eggs going into those cells. Then they fill it up with honey.
They just You're classic. It's so meat. You're such a meanie. So they fill up those things with things. But I see that do you put in the do they already got wax in them? Or
So we put a strip of wax in just to put them in the right direction. So if we don't put wax in, we've got the 10 frames, but then they can build across, and then you can't take the frames out. So we want them just to.
Oh, I see. They want to join up and then you pull this whole thing out. Okay.
Yeah, it's like I say. So now after all this rain, any hobbyist beekeeper, I could put 2-3 supers on, and it's gonna. But like I say, because it's once a year, they can get 30 kilograms of, and after a good rain, like we've been
30 kilograms out of one hive.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Only when conditions are right.
Yeah. Wow. And the best kind of honey that you like, I mean, from because the bees will go to the place that I mean, whatever's in the area.
Yeah. So okay, so say warmer, for example. Like, I mean, there's at least 20 hives in Water Road, 20 in Church Road, 20 and people's like in roofs or whatever. If there's a lot of flowers like there is now, then they'll flower like a 500 meters radius or a kilometer radius. Okay. Really dry places or whatever, then they can fly up to say 5 kilometer radius.
Whoa. Okay. So in the drought, it's been quite hectic. I'm sure.
But warmer is there's never a drought because people are always watering the gardens. So
right. So they're
a lot of
living
variety.
Okay, yes.
So where I stay, I basically just got blue gums. And that's so that flowers in my place from like January, February, March, April, and then end of April. At my house, I can just get like at the end of April, I can get honey.
You should do honey tastings.
Your place you could.
Do you do honey tastings?
Yeah.
Have you thought about doing that? You try the blue gum, the citrus,
Yeah,
and it's just literally the pollen that they're going to fetch.
The nectar.
Nectar. Yeah. I'm getting it.
Another
lesson for me. Oh, magic, man.
Pollen stays pollen.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Nectar is.
So all the little yellow legs, that never ever become honey.
Oh. Oh, that just goes. That just
that's the pollen.
feeds
That's their bread.
That just feeds the flowers, of course.
The beekeepers know.
Oh.
That's the beekeepers. It's the bread for the bees.
Oh,
the beekeepers call it bee bread.
Yeah, do they
Pollen.
shower it?
Yeah, so it's
They
part
eat
of their food for when they have young. So nectar,
Yes.
they suck in
Yes.
and then regurgitate,
Oh,
vomit it out.
okay, nice.
That becomes
Le vomit.
that becomes
Honey.
honey. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Jeez, if only we could throw up honey. It'd be amazing. Wow. Okay, so they actually use it as food as well, but then when the leftover goes to the next flower and pollinates the flowers, of course. Because I always thought as well that is that then not true that the hives are getting less and less?
Again,
is there a shortage or something?
No, there's 10 times more bees in the world now than there was 100 years ago.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
100 years ago, a beekeeper, we only had 5 hives. Sort of.
Yeah.
Now, the big beekeepers have 1,000 to 10,000 hives.
Jeez.
And so like in America and like Europe, the beekeepers do take a knock. Yeah. But they can just split their hives. So if they lose 1,000, they just
they replenish it. So there are the bees are procreating. They're doing their thing. What's the dangers? What are the dangers?
Chemicals. It seems to be the thing. People say cell phone towers, but I don't say it because of
microwave bees.
No, because I'm always removing bees from cell phone towers.
Oh,
so
fair enough. It's not that. It's warmer.
Yeah,
warmer there.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at some of these comments coming up here as well. Let's see. It says we had a swarm in our front garden once for a few hours, but when the sun set, they disappeared. So it got cold, just like my place.
Yeah,
Russell. What detergents do you use to chase a swarm away without harming them? Or what can you use to? You don't.
Yeah, there's
better ways.
If a swarm's just arrived, you could maybe. No, I can't put. No, because things go wrong.
And
then
the person gets killed, and then Brendan Kelly's in the newspaper, the Herald. Young motor mouth killed
smoke, and
smoke.
They
don't like smoke.
Yeah, but
what happens with the smoke? What's the deal with the smoke?
If you fill up this whole room with smoke, then you want to
bugger off. Is it the same story?
Same story. Yeah.
Doesn't make them drunk or anything.
Okay, so but for a new swarm moving in, you can smoke them out of. Okay. But an old swarm, then that's already. I mean, they're not going to leave 20 kilograms of honey behind, and
they don't want to.
And 30,000 brood little larvas. They're not going to leave them down.
So then they go for you.
No, but you just smoke them just to that they think that there's going to be a fire in case they have to leave home. So they just all start sucking up nectar in case they have to move home.
Okay, so what they do.
So then once they've all sucked in nectar, then it's like a good Sunday afternoon lunch. So now they
Magie vol oog is toe. Yeah.
You're going to have to excuse me for a
minute. Yeah, go for it. So we're with Menno. He's going to take a quick beer break. The Sensational 6. I need to tell you guys about the Sensational 6 coming up while Menno has his break. We are doing 13th of October. 13th of October, we are putting together our Sensational 6 show, 9-piece band, doing Depeche Mode, Talking Heads, and Bon Jovi as well. And we're pitting them against 3 of the big stadium bands, the stadium bands of the 20s, which is it's going to be Coldplay, Imagine Dragons, and Maroon 5. We put them against each other, and we're going to have a fantastic show there. But this is not we did this at the Hellenic a little while back, but we've got together with Line Out Productions. Line Out with Ronnie van Jaarsveld, who's actually playing bass with us as well, and he's put his Line Out productions into this into the show as well. So we've got a huge PA system. We've got amazing lighting and screens, AV, audio visual as well. And we are putting it in the biggest tent you've ever seen at the Oktoberfest at the German club. Simon Shaw will be joining us as well, because of course Wayne Callis has gone to America, and he's doing a project out there. So Simon Shaw will be doing the show with us as well, and we're going to be doing it. So we're putting on a mega scale. We have this huge tent. We're putting our tables, and we can have we're going to have food available and drinks as well, and you can pull in there, book a table. And we're going to have a Musa party. It's going to be amazing. On the 13th of October, we are just preempting the Oktoberfest, which will be there the following week. And so if you want to have a proper party, it's going to be the night before the semi-final, I think, of the rugby. So there's no rugby on that night, as far as I know. So it's a chance for you to have a party. Make sure you book a table with Wendy. Wendy, I'm sure can put a link in the. There it is. There's a number. You can click on a number, or you can book through Quicket. Make sure you get in there soon. We're going to have a wild time. It's got enough space there for 1,000 people if we need it, and we are hoping to fill it up. So the Oktoberfest tent at the German club. Thanks to Peter Graham and Thomas, the guys that they're going to be doing the Oktoberfest there, which is also insane the following week as well. And I see there Camilla saying she really enjoyed Simon. Simon, of course, helped us out with 2 of the shows that we did at the Hellenic Hall as well. And he's a wonderful guy and a fantastic talent. So so make sure that you book your ticket soon. Don't be disappointed. We are going to have a whale of a time at the Oktoberfest venue, which is a big tent at the German club, 13 October. Put it in your diaries right now, people. Put it in your diaries. And so we're going to do that show. It's an amazing show. It's insane. It's absolutely. And we've got the Oktoberfest tent, which is going to be it's a huge tent. I think that whole area at the back there. It's just this massive tent with this great PA system. So it's going to be big sound, big stage, like a full-on concert. And stadium bands as well. So it's gonna wax it all up. So now we spoke a lot about the bees now, but now the tree felling and stuff, did that just come as a natural progression, or fetching bees cut down this tree as well?
It was it started off basically because of before cell phones.
Before cell phones. Yeah.
So my brother JJ had a tree felling business.
Oh, okay.
And I had the beekeeping business.
Yeah.
And my mother used to take the phone calls at home.
Okay.
So we had to then go 3, 4, 5 times a day to see whose phone. So they get the name, get the address, phone the people back, and make an appointment.
All right.
Yeah. So then. So I saw how much phone calls he
was
getting.
Are you getting more phone calls than you?
Yeah,
right,
so
you joined him.
Yeah, so then he wanted to go live in Holland. So then I took over his tree business.
So Jan Jaap.
Jan
Jaap went to Holland.
Yeah.
So where all his namesakes are.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Because Menno also. Menno is also a good Dutch name.
Yeah.
It's not short for anything. It's just Menno.
No.
Menno. Menno. It's good. Have you ever had a particularly dangerous tree felling job?
Sure.
There must be.
Yeah.
Wait, tell us about it.
I could. Okay, we say we cut about 1,000 trees a year.
Oh,
so
okay. So there's a lot of them that are dangerous.
There's a couple that, but we obviously done a couple of damages over there.
Oh, really? Anything fallen on the house or anything like that?
No, but the one
to the people
was about the tennis court at the university.
Oh yeah.
But they had, everything was aluminium, so it was it was quite a bit to fix. Yeah.
I'm sure. Jeez, so you had to fix it.
Yeah. I think insurance did pay. So
okay.
Insurance.
Insurance for something like that.
It's just annoying, but
fall the wrong way.
No, just things that don't always, like I said, we cut 1,000 trees in a year.
99% go well, and then you have the odd
yeah.
the odd one that falls over.
Nothing, like I said, nothing been serious.
It must be, but there must be tricky stuff. I mean, what's the most tricky thing?
No, there's definitely. I mean, every 2 weeks is some tricky one.
Okay. You have to tie it up with ropes and pull it.
No, but I've got guys that have been doing it for years. So
they know the story.
I don't have to tell them.
You've got your staff.
And I mean, if I get there, then they make accidents. If I'm not because they're nervous if I'm there. So,
really?
So just leave them. They just do well without me.
Let them do their own thing. And
they've been doing it so many years. So
they're a great team, and I always get my firewood from Menno as well. He's just got firewood. But the other interesting thing that I found is that you get to cut all these trees down, but then what do you do with the wood? Like there must be some amazing trees that you've had to fell.
Yeah, and I've got some like really nice. I had this guy cut them into slabs, and they're busy drying now from 10 different trees, and like stunning ones.
So then you take it to sawmill or something. You've got your own sawmill.
This guy's in Maine at Woman.
Wow.
So he's been
a sawmill.
Yeah.
In Maine at Over. Well, we listen out for it.
Other guys' generators are going. It's the same generators.
And then he gets some beautiful wood though to work.
So we're going 50-50 on the wood.
Okay.
So he keeps off the slabs and then.
But he treats it for you and gets it right.
No, well, we're drying it ourselves on the farm.
Okay, you dry it out. Okay.
But it's going to be got some stunning pieces of wood now.
And so if anybody wants really good wood to make something really special, to come to Menno's your man. Let's have a quick look at the comment there. I saw it cover up there. What's it about palms? Cleaning the palms is dangerous. So the grows so high, and the guys would go up with a chainsaw. Gee whiz, is that true? I've seen a couple of those palms.
We got. There's different ways of those big canary henses ones we put scaffolding around.
Okay.
So then the guys got safety harnesses on. We also got spikes, so we can. So the guys climb them. So they got 2 safety harnesses. Put one around, and climb up a few steps. Put the next rope. So there's always a rope.
Always something there for holding in case you fall over.
Yeah.
Don't those palms do that disease on the top of their die?
Those are the canary henses. And they
are they
much
indigenous?
dying. No.
Not indigenous. So they're from out of.
And they still don't know what exactly is causing it. So, but that stopped really. You haven't really seen too many of them dying anymore.
Yeah, well, it's either one around Mount Pleasant there, they're on the back, going out to from the Sardinia Bay Road. And that's sort of Seaview Road. Seaview Road.
No, but those
what are those?
They weren't planted properly or whatever, so they just died. But it's very dangerous because they're gonna fall. They are dead. They're not gonna grow. There's at least 20 or 30 of them.
They're going to fall over.
They're going to fall over.
My word. So when you're riding out that way, just careful that any of them don't fall on you.
Yeah.
When you go.
Because you see now as a tree felling business. Yeah. Now, whenever there's something tree felling that's gone wrong, we get the video.
You get. I see. Yeah. Okay.
So and then I've seen like a couple of videos where, like in a storm, those dead palm trees when they fall, and that's a big problem. That should they're not going to grow. There's 10 of them are alive. The other 10 are not going to. So they are going to fall one way.
Okay, so you've got to get. They've actually got to get, and the municipality's got to come to you and say, "Okay, cut these down."
Oh, they didn't plant. That guy there that's planted them in that house, they didn't plant them.
Okay.
So that guy that with that big wall should take them down.
Yes. Okay, I don't know who stays out there. Maybe somebody put there who stays out that way, because I always think about those ones. They didn't look alive.
Yeah.
Here we go. Do you ever cold call If you see an overgrown property, you leave your car. There you go. Walk past the thing and just leave your car there.
At Russell, there's in every single person's yard, I can see 100,000 rands worth of work. So you can't call it. Doesn't
because you get too many calls anyway.
Yeah, no, but I mean, there's we can do 20,000 rands worth of work in every garden.
Yeah,
you can, and we can also plant trees and da.
Do you plant as well? Do you landscaping?
No, I don't do landscaping, but I just help Helen from the berries.
Okay.
So we have had to take coral trees out for other people instead of cutting them up. I've planted them at my place.
Okay.
And now she needs
landscaping.
They're indigenous. Yeah. So now she's used it on a job in Circular Drive.
Okay, so you supply some of the guys.
But it's coral trees are nice to replant, and wild figs are nice to replant. So instead of if we can, we take them out nicely.
These giant figs.
But you need a crane truck.
Have you got a crane truck as well? Yeah. So you got you built. How many staff have you got there?
20.
20, and then on the bee side?
But that's between the bees and the
20 with the bee. Okay. So it's Menno's Apiaries, but it's also Menno's
bees and trees.
Bees and trees, eh?
Trees and
and let's have a look here. Any memorable stories that you got about tree removals? Or anything interesting times? Well, something that sticks out in your head, like that was a nightmare. Or a really good.
Okay, let me.
You don't have to name names.
No. Yeah. No, it's all good. Okay. So this is what I like about people.
Yeah.
So when I started out as a tree fellow, I had to do a job, and I underquoted.
Oh dear.
A couple of thousand.
Oh dear. Okay. Oh shit.
But the guy. He saw that I underquoted, so then he paid me extra. And it's just. But now if I underquote,
you're on your own. That's why you always. But you seem to know what you're doing when you're looking at the stuff. I'll come here and say, this one needs to the canopy. Leave the canopy. You like to leave the canopies on but I've got oak trees here outside. I do love them, but I know they're not indigenous.
Yeah, but all trees. Oaks. They in Europe. They trim them every year just before winter, and keep them at a certain.
There's so many leaves, and the jacarandas.
So I went fishing. Joined the fishing club with my daughter.
Oh, right.
Okay. So again, it's like I said. So they help the young. They don't help me.
Yeah.
So I'm the 50-year-old. She's the 25-year-old.
Yeah.
We both now sitting at the beach.
Yes.
They'll just tell her everything.
You don't tell me anything. That's the age. Classic. I love that.
So that's now. It's also now I see it again. Like I said, now if I underquote with a job, I'm on my own.
Okay.
And I've seen it now. The new young guys coming in, they underquote the guys.
The guys are like, oh no, we are okay.
They help them out.
Okay. No, you got to help Menno as well. Oh no. What about the snakes in the trees? Have you come across it?
Yeah, no, but the snakes, they actually, in trees. Those would be in the
tree snakes. Green mambas.
No, not the green mambas.
Wormslug. You get them.
Yeah. But they just move off by themselves.
A little bit scared. Defensive.
I had a job once to cut just the verge, Old CV Road. It was 5 kilometers long. So 1 meter that side, 1 meter this side. That's equals to 1 hectare. It's 10,000 square meters. And then you're not allowed to kill snakes. You have to every time there was a snake, you have to
Cool, Mark Marshall.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just part of the deal. You're not, the
Alright.
guys weren't allowed to, obviously,
Yeah.
I'm for it, obviously.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we came across 7 snakes in that 1 hectare.
Okay. Yo.
In that 1 hectare, 1 meter off the road.
Jeez.
And it's mainly adders. So adders, so the buff adders and the night adders, they just lie there and wait. Again, they only can invite you for defense. They're not wanting to eat you.
The puppies don't, they'll just sit there. They don't move around too much.
So the others that we might have, didn't even see. But we saw 7.
So I mean, the kind of jobs that you do as a tree feller, I mean, it's garden stuff mostly, I would imagine.
In town, really. So not on small holdings as such.
And then this for the municipality, do you do work like that as well?
Yeah, I've got a contract at the moment.
Doing verges.
No, trees. Trimming
the trees, of course. Okay. So they give contracts out like that as well.
It's tenders that.
Okay, you got to say. So you're doing you have to do the. Are you a tenderpreneur?
Yeah.
Well, somebody's got to do the jobs in the end, and it's pretty specialized.
Yeah.
Okay. It's Elmarie says, do you work after midnight? We have a tree lifting up, paving at a road, and municipality refuses to take it out. Oh my word. Elmarie, you're not supposed to tell everybody that you're going to do that. You're going to do it in secret. Oh, nice, Annette. I see Russell's trying to get us into trouble there. Compost. You deal with compost as well? Because you got those.
So I got a chipper.
Chippers.
Yeah. So all the branches that we chip, we make into compost. Yeah.
Okay. And it was it. You just put in a big pile, let it thing of it.
Yeah. So my compost pile's the size of your house.
This house.
Yeah, 5 times the size of your house. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my soul. Jeez. Okay. Because it's on a different scale when you. I mean, how many jobs do you do a day for roundabout?
Yeah. Oh. Like say, I could do 10 cubes of chippings per day. Yeah.
Wow, 10 cubic meters.
Yeah. 10 bucky loads.
Yeah, that is hectic. Yeah. And then you get the guys to do firewood. So there's all these things that spread off. So you got your bees, you do the honey. Yeah. You take them to the farmers as well, isn't it?
Yeah, for pollination. Yeah.
How many times?
So actually pollination is now apples, pears, plums, and after that is orange, onions and carrots.
Onions?
Yeah.
And carrots, okay.
But remember, pollination. That's
pollen. It's pollination.
There's no nectar.
So they don't make the honey there.
Yeah. So that's why those farmers have to pay us to have the hives there.
Because it doesn't produce.
We're not going to get any honey from it. So.
Okay.
But they need it, so they get 80% more apples and pears and plums.
Okay. So that they basically hire the bees out for what, half the year? Or?
No, 6 weeks.
6 weeks only. Okay. So during that time,
most things only flowers like up to 6 weeks.
Okay. I didn't even know that. I'm learning a lot tonight.
Yeah.
So 6 weeks. That's great. And so you hire them out there. You get the honey as well. That's an income stream as well. And then the rest of the year they're just making honey. And then your tree felling, the people phone you. They have to charge. You get that money in there for that. And then you chip them up and you make firewood and then you sell that too. It's another income stream. I love it. It's a brilliant business model. Uses the wood to make his hive boxes as well. There we go.
It's my pine trees. We cut them. But I've got another little business that I'm busy negotiating with.
Oh, okay.
It's so all the guys get circumcised here in the Eastern Cape.
Yeah.
Okay. So all the guys, I'm making a contract with the guys to get all the foreskins.
No.
Yeah.
No ways.
And I'm busy negotiating with the guys, with the Jewish guys as well.
Oh, are you gonna sell it to them?
No. So I want to so we can do kosher. Make it. I'll get a I get it sewn up into
Yes.
a purse.
Yeah. Where's this going?
But I'm like I say, I'm in negotiations.
Yes,
with,
yeah, negotiation,
for
making
kosher
little
purses.
purses.
Yeah.
Men, are you full of cut?
No, but they like it because when you rub it, it becomes a handbag.
I was waiting for that. Yeah, Menno Alting.
The business way.
It's been
There's lots of job.
It's your jobs. Maybe I'll go in business with you there. We'll check. I've still got one to give. I can't see the environmental benefits to responsible tree removal. We'll give you that one as a final question. How about that?
Environmental.
I mean, you've got to, I suppose, the environmental thing, right? Are you taking away a lot of the non-indigenous stuff?
Again, if Port Elizabeth is like 80% alien.
Yeah.
If you go to look at photos of Port Elizabeth of 100 years ago, there was nothing. It was like little scrubland, that
Fynbos vibes.
Not fynbosy, but
like in the
but
valley.
the wind blown. Not there's a hell of a lot more trees now in Port Elizabeth. Than before. And 80% is alien in any case.
Yeah. Okay. So most of the trees in your garden are going to be alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which were the most common ones? The common alien stuff which you really try and take out.
No, you shouldn't, because it's from beekeepers. So all that alien stuff is all the blue gums is makes the most nectar. And the Brazilian peppers, most nectar.
Okay.
So those are
great.
And then people say, okay, the Balkans River used to flow it always used to flow, and because of the blue gums in the it's got nothing to do with the blue gums in the valley. It's because 100 years ago, when it rained, like we've got rain now, it used to take 3-4 months for the water to seep through. But we've got all the roads now and all the drainage, so now it gets into the sea within much 24 quicker. Hours. So it's got nothing to do with the trees. Okay.
so they don't suck up that much. I was reading that the blue gums were put here in warmer to suck up the water. Rubbish.
Blue gums were brought into South Africa for quick rain for the mines to make the supports in mines.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they were brought into South Africa.
To grow quick growing.
Yeah, quick growing, hardwood.
Jeez, okay. Because that blue gum is nice wood to make stuff out of as well, isn't it?
Yeah, actually. Again, now, I mean, all the guys that are cutting it, they're exporting it to China.
Is that what they're doing as well?
Yeah.
Do you export some as well or not?
No.
No,
but so those guys that want to export that, whatever, they'll say, no, it uses a lot of water.
Right, okay, so it's rubbish. You see, he's like Arnold Slavitt. He's like, he knows the real truth. But you're also a conspiracy theorist, because Arnold's big on conspiracy.
I the truth when I've had a
truth serum. No, Menno, it's been fantastic to have you on the show, man. We're going to do a little competition now for the guys, and we'll put it out there. We give away a case of Fitch and Leeds for somebody who needs some gin and tonic at home. So if you're online now, hang 2 seconds. We're going to pull the lever, and we will check who is going to win our Fitch and Leeds this week. Throw in a jar of honey as well. We'll do it. You can come and collect it from myself or from Menno. And there we go, Sean Keegan. So there's ex-VP as well. Sean, fantastic. You are the winner. Wendy will get hold of you and get your details, and we'll send that case of Fitch and Leeds. Thank you to Fitch and Leeds there at the bottom right of your screen. Thank you so much for giving us the Fitch and Leeds, and so I'll send it to you. I think that's by courier, and then you can when next you see Menno, you can grab a honey. Excellent. But thank you, Menno. It's been fantastic. What an interesting chat, man.
Thank
And,
you, Gino. Yeah.
and I'm sure you'll be in my garden cutting down something or other in the
No,
near future.
later wood as well.
Yeah, later wood. You're going to do the Briarwood. Thank you to Spa. Thank you to Sovereign. And thank you to Fitch and Leeds, as well as, of course, Amobia, our internet provider. I see Nicola's been all over the place. She's also another one. Yeah. And thank you for joining us tonight as well. And say how's Jahaley at home as well.
Yeah,
She's been all there. And we'll see you next week. And I think it's Fires next week as well. Mike van Vieren is on with Bruce Fordas. We're on with Bruce Fordas next week. So don't miss that one. That's going to be great next Tuesday. Next Tuesday, we've got Bruce Fordas on. It's going to be great fun to follow you up for the beekeeping. Thank you so much, Menno. Fantastic.
Yeah,
see you next week.
Relax, sit down. Coming out of PE town. One drink, find a shot. Never mind your liver. Get to Gino's spot. Gino's spot. Get to Gino's spot. Gino's spot. Have a laugh, have a giggle, and exercise your middle. Have a Gino shot.